Hello guys! If you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing para ganahan pa akong gumawa ng maraming videos na tulad nito. Thank you! So sa example na to, we have 10 volts source and then R1 and R2 in series connection. Now let's assume set R1 is equal to 12 ohms and R2 is equal to 8 ohms. So VO ang i-compute natin ngayon. So tandaan natin sa series connection ay ang total resistance ay equal to R1 plus R2. So ano lang siya, addition ng dalawang resistor. Yun yung total resistance mo. So in this case, we have 8 plus 12. Dalawang yan. So is equal to 20 ohms. Yan yung total resistance natin is 20 ohms. Tapos ang total voltage naman natin is equal to summation din ng dalawang resistance or resistor voltage. So voltage across R1 plus voltage across R2. Yan. So and then yung total current naman natin is equal sa lahat ng nakakonect dito. So for this case, yung current sa R1 is equal to current sa R2. So same lang yung kuryenteng dumadaloy sa dalawang resistor na yan. So we can compute for the total current by dividing total voltage over total resistance, VT over RT. So ang voltage natin is equal to 10 volts and then 20 ohms naman yung total resistance natin, which is equal to 0.5 amperes. And so we can compute for VO or Vout, which is current times R2, since alam naman natin na yung dalawang value na yun. So multiply lang natin 0.5 times 8, so that's equal to 4 volts. So ganyan lang kadali yung pag-compute. Now let's have another example. What if ang given ay instead na ohms is yung power dissipation ng each resistor. Let's say this R1 will be rated or consuming 1 watt, and then R2 is consuming 2 watts. So paano natin mako-compute yung voltage output with this? So total power ay equal to power across R1 plus power across R2. So summation lang siya whether series or parallel, yung total power natin is mag-a-add lang. So yung power formula naman natin is equal to PIV. So multiply lang yung I. So given naman yung I ay yung V at power, so we can compute for the I, which is P over V. Is equal to yung total power natin 3 watts 1 plus 2 over 10 volts, so equal to 0.3 amperes. So now we can compute for the value of R2 by using this formula. P is equal to I squared times R. So alam naman natin na yung I tsaka yung power ng R2. So we can compute for R2 power by dividing power over I squared. So yung power ng R2 is equal to 2 watts. And then, yung current naman is equal to 0.3 amperes squared. So is equal to 22.22 ohms. So, gano'n lang kadali, no? So we can now compute for value of R1 also by using same formula. So 1 watts divided by 0.3 ampere squared is equal to 11.11 ohms. So yan na yung value. So for our next example, ang given natin ay R1 is equal to 100. Tapos ang V out natin, let's say 1 volt. So paano natin i-compute yung value ng R2? So again, sa principle ng series connection, ang current sa lahat ng device is equal. So yung current sa R1 tsaka current sa R2 is equal to the total current. Tapos yung voltage across R1 can be computed by subtracting the total voltage minus voltage ng R2, which is the V out, is equal to 1 volt. So 10 minus 1 is equal to 9 volts. So yung voltage across R1 is equal to 9 volts. So we can now compute for the current at R1, which is the voltage of R1 divided by resistance, which is 100. So that will be equal to 0.09 amperes. Now, we know na yung current sa R2, which is same as current sa R1. So we can now compute for the resistance by dividing the voltage, which is 1 volt, over the current, which is 0.09 amperes. So yung resistance ng R1 will be equal to 11.11 ohms. Yan. So, ganun lang kadali. So, if you like this video, please like and share. And please consider subscribing para makagawa pa ako ng mas maraming videos like this. Thank you and God bless, and see you in the next video.